if you have one of those bikes, the Indian, and oh crap. Good about those. Thanks for tuning in to yet another video. Infamous here in San Jose, California. You guys know where I'm at. Let's get on with the topic of today's ride. I'm going to be discussing my Indian announcement video, sorta, or the stuff that I didn't spoke about, the stuff that I kind of cut out just to make that video a little bit shorter than what it was or what it was supposed to be. I actually visited my local Indian dealership maybe about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I believe this is one of the issues with Indian motorcycles. You know, it's just to give you guys a little bit of history on the manufacturer, the parent company, Polaris. They used to make Spirit motorcycle.
What?
Polaris, parent company of Indian, they used to make these models back in early 2000s, I believe, if I remember right. They stopped making them in 2017. They were known as Victory motorcycles. Now, if you look at some of those models, Victory, they're pretty much the same as Indian. They just carried those frames, you know, that engine, notably on the Scout Bobber, or on the Scout, Indian Scout. You can see the liquid cooled V-twin on that bike. But anyways, you know, that's a little bit of a history of Indian. And the main issue, the main problem, I believe, with Indian is just the dealer network. Now, you know, some of you guys mentioned this in the video, like I'm you know, referring to my own video on the announcement, and that video was just mainly on the announcement. I was just mentioning how you know, they're bringing something different, something new to the table. You know, compared to what 2021 announcement for Harley-Davidson was, you know, like I mentioned, it was only, you know, a price increase and a couple of different new colors. Not a huge announcement, nothing too notable to kind of, you know, just bring everybody into 2021 and just have everybody, you know, the consumers excited for it. It was just one of those things.
This is what people want. Don't worry, you look really cool.
You know what? That's not this video. So, anyways, going back on topic, the problem with Indian is, like I said, there's an issue with their dealer network. Their dealer network isn't anywhere near to the magnitude of Harley-Davidson. Like I mentioned, I went to my local dealership, my Indian dealership here in San Jose. It's actually within the area of San Jose Harley-Davidson. You know, I went over there, visited, and I was actually surprised by what I saw. I saw a truck, a trailer with, I believe, about 4 motorcycles, the Scouts. I also have footage of this. I was just surprised that I saw those bikes, and I was there with some friends, and you know, having history with, you know, dealerships and working at dealerships and working for service departments. I saw those bikes and I was kind of like, wow, those are used bikes, you know, from my experience. Typically, you know, that's the way they would come in, off the auction, or if they were purchased by another dealership, or, you know, from another dealership to kind of sell it. Anyways, not to get too detailed. So Tony, the guy that I was talking to, he was kind of informing me about their operation. I kind of mentioned it to him. I was like, hey, I see you guys got some used bikes. And to my surprise, he said, no, those are actually the 2021 Scouts. And I was just confused. You know, the bikes were PDI. They were done. They were finished. They were test ridden. There, you know, no vinyl, no protectant. The mirrors are installed. You know, just the basics of the PDI before it gets passed over to the consumer, and then the consumer can enjoy the ride or enjoy their bike. He came to tell me that that's what's going on with Indian. You know, there's just they're just not there. He was just telling me that they don't have the space, they don't have the so I kept on asking him questions, and I also came to find out that they actually order these motorcycles, these bikes, they order them from a warehouse, and the warehouse actually does the PDIs, and the warehouse, you know, test rides the bike and everything else, everything that's involved with a pre-delivery inspection. I was just, you know, just surprised. You know, there's still a lot of questions there left. You know, I was also wondering, so then are these 4 bikes ordered, or are they already bought, or, you know, I was just one of those things. And so a lot of the dealerships order their bikes from this warehouse. A lot of the dealerships, a lot of the Indian dealerships, and some of you guys commented on my video where some of you guys would have to, you know, commute, or some of you guys would have to go way out of your way to kind of see one of these bikes, because the dealerships are just not, the dealership network is just not there for these bikes. And, you know, then I started kind of thinking, you know, the service, that must be a nightmare for, you know, for guys that don't want to, you know, work on their own bikes, for the guys that don't want to do it yourself, the DIY guys. The guys that just want to ride their bike and they want to leave the maintenance and everything else for the dealership. I started wondering about that. You know, that might be a problem for some you know, for some riders. That's going to be a big issue, a big problem when it comes to, you know, owning the bike. It's when the dealer network is just not there, the dealer support. And then I started thinking, you know what? Not only that, but can you imagine the nightmare, the problems when it comes with the warranty issue, with the warranty? Now, I know some of the Harley-Davidson's dealership, they'll pick up the bike for you. You know, I don't know if they all do it. I've seen, you know, Matt Laylaw's dealership, they looks like they would do that for some of their customers. So I don't know if this is something that Indian's willing to do, but I started thinking, you know what, the hassle with the recall or with the warranty issue on one of these bikes. I remember seeing a video maybe 3 years back or 4 years back, and a person owning a Chief was having issues with some rust. He was just having different problems. I believe he lived in New York. He went out and got himself a Goldwing instead after, you know, issues with his Indian. And, you know, that's what I started thinking about. Now, Harley-Davidson, they also have some issues with, you know, with some oil stuff. They haven't recalled these bikes. They haven't done anything like that. Where was I? Yeah, if you have an issue with one of those bikes and you don't have the dealer network, it's going to be a pain in the ass to kind of get back on the road. Like I mentioned, it's just something that you kind of have to keep in mind when you're buying one of these brand new bikes. So I'll probably go out and make one of those videos, do more of a detail, because like I mentioned, I cut out a lot of the information on that video just to kind of bring the time on the overall video down to 8 minutes.
A few moments later.
Alright, I'm gonna stop rambling, but overall I left a lot of information in the description of the video just to kind of fill in all that stuff that I cut out. You guys just stay out there, stay safe, don't believe everything you read, life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.